Good morning. Figured I would give a garden update. Things are finally growing like crazy. I thought I would share what our progress is. So this whole row here is all peppers. We have green bell peppers, and then further down we have some Anaheim peppers, which are like a sweet pepper. We also have a row of a mix of wildflowers. And the wildflowers are finally starting to bloom. And we also have a row of calendula back here. It's taking a little longer to grow. Here's one of those Anaheim peppers. I already picked some. Those are great for stuffing, especially like with a sausage or a sausage and beef blend, ground beef. Finally getting some blossoms, which means we will have some little baby beans soon. We planted green beans, yellow beans, and then a funky purple and yellow bean I don't remember the name of. So we have a row of beans, a row of beans, a row of beans. Then I have 3 rows of tomatoes as well on the lawn fabric, garden fabric. Some of these I bought from the Amish greenhouse, and some I started from seed myself. I decided not to trellis anything or like put tomato cages around anything this time. I decided to just let them vine along the ground. I quickly learned that 3-foot lawn fabric is not enough to contain these tomatoes. So I come up here and just kind of squish them into their 3-foot paths to make sure that I have enough room for my beans. But the good news is everything's staying pretty weed free in between the garden fabric. So it makes weeding very easy. We're basically done weeding this whole area right now, and we're just waiting for things to ripen. Now over here, I have 2 rows of carrots. One of my viewers had said that it was her job as a kid to weed 1 row a day. And I thought, that is a great idea. Why have I not thought of this sooner? Maybe because our garden changes every year. I don't know. But I implemented that with my kids. So London, she just weeded this row of carrots. They do a very good job weeding. So we have 2 different types of kohlrabi, purple and white kohlrabi. I like to this is the part that you eat. I don't know, a lot of people have never eaten kohlrabi. This is the part that you eat. You pick it, you break all of the leaves off, and then you peel it, kind of like a carrot. And then I just slice it and I eat it raw with just a little bit of pink Himalayan salt on top of it, and it tastes like a potato chip, a crunchy, salty potato chip. And it's amazing. So some of these are getting very big, and once they get so big, then they get really woody inside. They get very fibrous. So I'm gonna start picking some of these, especially this guy, just for comparison. It's pretty big. So I'm gonna start picking some of these, and the big ones anyway. And then we have 2 rows of onions. Onions are looking pretty good. And then we have some beets over here. And the beets are getting very large as well. So I am going to be picking some of those as well. I've never grown beets before, and I'm really pleased with how bug-free these are, because the kohlrabi, you can see that there's a lot of bug activity, eating the leaves. This is all bug activity. That browning on the kohlrabi is bug activity. So I'm very pleased with how the beets are relatively bug-free, and they are growing really beautifully. So this is pumpkin, and my pumpkin is starting to really vine toward the rest of the garden. So I'm actually going to take these long runners and I'm going to divert them back this way into the garden, away from all the garden fabric. I moved that one runner and we have a little baby pumpkin right there. And another one. So this is a squash. This is a spaghetti squash that I got from the Amish greenhouse, if you remember from that video. And I actually have a couple growing. They're doing really well. I'm excited to try that. I've never grown that before. We have that random sunflower. And up here, we have some cucumber. It's in blossom, which means we should be seeing little baby cucumbers soon. Found my first little cucumber. This is my little lettuce patch. I have two different types of lettuce planted. I don't remember the strains exactly, but they are just about ready to start picking. I'm pretty excited for that. And we're also going to put probably 2 more rows of lettuce in right directly, probably this weekend. There's Ruger. I'm telling you, he's never far from me. I love it. There's Ruger. I'm telling you, he's never far from me. If you watch Game of Thrones, I absolutely love that show. I always say that Ruger is the warden in the north and the protector of the realm. He's my buddy. If you are new to the channel, Ruger is, he is 12 and a half. All right, so that's pretty much the tour of the garden. My pears and apple trees are up here as well. On this apple tree right here, I have a couple little apples coming. That's my first time. I'm super excited about that. And then I have a couple pear trees. I think I have 3 pear trees and 4 apple trees planted. Some of my trees are just teeny tiny yet. But yeah, this is the first time they've ever gotten fruit. The pear trees have not done anything yet, but hopefully soon. We've got to get those pruned. So if you have any good tips on pruning fruit trees, send them my way, or any YouTube videos that you have watched and learned from. It's going to be my fall project, I think. Some big, beautiful beets. These are our pumpkins. Here's my cucumber. Here is our, oh, we do have a zucchini lemon. The regular zucchini. And we have a yellow squash. So this squash, I'm gonna have London pick it right now.
Is there a professional
Twist it. There you go.
Wow, that looks beautiful.
Very good.
Like a baby.
Lots of blossoms on our beans. Tons of blossoms. I had a rough go with my beans. If you remember from the very beginning, I had to replant a couple of my rows, so this is a good sight to see. London has picked a few Anaheim peppers. They're like a sweet banana pepper. found a strange little fly on our green pepper. Harper found another big Anaheim.
He's a beautiful one.
I can't show your shirt. Some of our wildflower mix is starting to bloom. London can't help herself. She's got to pick it. Up here we have a mystery pepper. I picked up at that Amish greenhouse, I picked up a mystery pack of peppers. I was hoping for bell peppers. But we got these. I don't know what these are. I don't know how spicy they'll be. I don't know if they are supposed to be green or if they are going to turn red. I have a feeling they're a chili pepper. That's the appearance to me. I'm gonna do a plant snap on that and see if I can't get an identification. Some beautiful tomatoes coming. A different type of tomato. Lennon picked herself a little wildflower bouquet.
All wildflowers that we grew, or did the ground grow them? Well, the ground had to grow them, but did we plant them?
Yes, we planted them.